They humiliated a simple woman in the luxury store. But her millionaire daughter shut them down brutally. Martha tightened her grip on her worn handbag as she stepped into the gleaming luxury store, the one she had never dreamed of entering. Her simple blue dress and faded shoes made her stick out like a sore thumb among the impeccably dressed clientele. A group of women near the entrance laughed loudly, whispering and pointing at her. "Who let her in here?" one sneered. "Does she even know what money looks like?" Martha felt her cheeks burn, but she smiled softly, trying to ignore them. She came here not for fashion, but to buy a small gift for her daughter's birthday, a simple token of love she had saved for months. As she approached the counter, the laughter grew louder. "Excuse me," she said politely to the cashier. "I'd like to buy this scarf." "Please?" That's when the store's door swung open, and in walked a striking young woman, tall, confident, radiating grace, and unmistakably wealthy. She scanned the scene in an instant, her eyes landing on the mocking group. "Mom," she said softly, but her voice carried a weight that immediately silenced the room. The women turned, their smirks faltering. "This is your mother?" One stammered. "Yes," the young woman replied, stepping closer. "And I think it's time you understood something about respect." Without raising her voice, she began recounting her mother's journey, the long nights working multiple jobs, the sacrifices she made, the small acts of kindness that had touched so many lives. Every word revealed the immense character behind the humble exterior they had mocked. By the time she finished, the room was silent. The once snide women avoided eye contact, shame etched across their faces. Martha's daughter had not just defended her. She had revealed the true wealth of a woman's heart, far beyond material possessions. Martha's eyes filled with tears, not from embarrassment this time, but pride. "You've always made me proud," she whispered. Her daughter smiled warmly, placing a gentle hand on hers. "You taught me everything I know about kindness. Mom, that's the kind of wealth that truly matters." The women, humbled, left the store quietly, leaving Martha and her daughter alone amidst the luxury goods, now a space of warmth and love instead of judgment. As they walked out together, Martha realized that the real gift of that day wasn't the scarf. It was seeing her daughter stand up with integrity, turning humiliation into a powerful lesson in humanity. As Martha and her daughter, Emily, stepped out of the store, the late afternoon sun bathed the city street in a warm glow. Emily gently held her mother's hand, squeezing it with quiet reassurance. "You know, Mom," Emily said, a playful smirk forming, "if you had $1 for every eye roll you earned today, you'd probably be richer than some of those ladies." Martha laughed softly, the tension from earlier melting. "I'm rich enough, Emily. I've got you, and that's all that matters." But Emily wasn't done. She glanced back at the store windows, where the snickering women still lingered, now watching silently. "Mom, sometimes people forget that appearances can be deceiving," she said. "They see a simple dress and think it tells the whole story. But strength, courage, and kindness, those aren't bought in stores." Martha nodded, feeling a warmth spread through her chest. She realized that Emily's words weren't just for the women outside. They were a reminder to herself, too. Her life hadn't been glamorous or easy, but it had been rich in the ways that mattered most. The two walked to a nearby cafe, the sounds of the bustling city around them fading into a comforting hum. As they sipped coffee, Martha noticed something remarkable. Several people in the cafe had overheard parts of the story Emily had shared in the store. Smiles and nods of appreciation met their glance, strangers acknowledging the quiet power of a mother's resilience. "See, Mom," Emily said softly, "kindness isn't just about doing good. It's about inspiring others to do the same. Even in small ways, it changes the world." Martha reached across the table and held Emily's hand. "You've always had a way of turning everything into a lesson, Emily. Today, you taught me something too, that humility and courage will always outshine arrogance." As they left the cafe, Martha's heart felt lighter than it had in years. She looked around, seeing the city not just as a place of hustle and show, but as a tapestry of stories, lives intertwined by small acts of humanity. And in that moment, she knew this. It wasn't the luxury store that mattered, nor the laughter of strangers. It was love, integrity, and courage that defined her life, and that would continue to define her daughters. As they walked hand in hand down the bustling streets, the world seemed just a little brighter, and Martha smiled, knowing that the real triumph of the day wasn't about shutting down the mockery. It was about passing forward the legacy of kindness that would echo far beyond that single, unforgettable moment.